As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
A gain of 4. It's not
block on the give. It's Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Second and 11 now. Now to the air. Lock. This is the tight end fan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Shotgun snap to Lock. And that is incomplete.
Lock pass. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, check back, Mike 6. Watch the pass. Mike 6. Charlie. Go, baby, they turn over. Get that ball. Hey, check back, Mike 6. Come on.
Lock working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off the play fake. Oliver, he'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
At the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Lindsey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup at 4.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And now it's 3rd down.
Loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Locke to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be...
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 6. I'm coming. 66. Fully high. Check 25.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Hey, watch the slant. Buck quick.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Broncos nothing.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles, and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Clock now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Now this time, Locke will throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, Oliver. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd inches.
Now a carry for Lindsey. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Quick throw outside by Locke. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
on third down. Here's Lindsey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Good. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Loss of 2. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a
pass for Sutton is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Oliver. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy, but it'll be 2nd down.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload. Overload. Perfect. Smart. Yep.
To throw again. Locke eluding the pressure right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Oliver sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. The final shot before break. Oliver. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
7.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 8.
A big play there. 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was taken down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Oh, yeah, good job, buddy, good job.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Oliver, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And there is a flag. So a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Darnell Savage on the tackle. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, so it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And his kick here is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Browns drive about to get started. And this certainly a key moment in this game. Trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. They'll try and run it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch the team, watch the team.
From the gun, Oliver. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 2nd down, here's the option. A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On the ground, it's Chubb. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
17.
We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the 27, Locke got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
7 brings up 3rd and
shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
At the 43-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on 1st down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
14-yard line.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've insured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it to the post, you feel really...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw. Oliver. And this is going to be intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a first throw here in overtime. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Oliver. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
They begin this drive with Chubb. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This being their second opportunity in overtime. 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs. Move the ball downfield. Have some confidence. Get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this. If I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands. Critical situation. Now's their time.
And again, it's Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Oliver. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.